fouls a lot more. Has that been sort of the key to these crazy block numbers, and what has he been doing differently to limit those fouls?
I think it's his awareness. First and foremost, I think his timing's really improved, and that's just been tons of credit to him. Obviously, having an off season where he's really just working on trying to get healthy. But as I said, he watched a lot of film. He took a lot of stock into what he accomplished last year and what he needed to work on last year, going into the off season. But then when he comes in, him, Darko, working every single day. This is part of his daily work. It's not just the offensive piece; it's his defensive side. It's his on ball defense. It's his rim protection, but that's a big part of it. The timing, the awareness from the weak side, whether he's in the pick and roll or he's a secondary defender. It's a tons of credit to him, and that's one of the biggest growth areas for him because you see what he can do, impact wise, and we need him on the floor. And when he makes an impact like that, it's usually good things for the Grizzlies.
I know you see those 36 assists tonight. Tyus Jones, how big of a factor is he, when you have those type of assist nights?
I mean, Stones was amazing tonight. 11 assists. It's infectious. It's 36 assists. We challenged the guys before the game, just go out and play our basketball. That's what it's about. It's the urgency we need defensively, but also just how we're, doing a better job playing with the pass, the early pass. He does a great job of that. I thought Kennedy came in great, 7 assists, but I think we had 8 guys with 2+ assists, and that's guards, that's bigs, DB with 4 assists, Jaren with 2 assists, BC with 2 assists. I mean, that's big time for us. And I thought he also did a great job being aggressive scoring, getting to his spots on the floor. I think he had a number of threes early in the first half that just kind of ignited our offense. And then just his ball movement just really sets a tone in that third quarter to go score 40 points. So, when our starters can come up that, it's Ja, it's Tyus, then Kennedy sees that as a young guard. Everyone sees that and everyone benefits from it. It just elevates our offense.
Coach, the size tonight, you got David Roddy, Santi Aldama, their size, their length, but you talk about the threes, their improvement shooting the threes, but their ability to work off of that, on the dribble, their footwork to get to the rim, that really stood out, especially in that third quarter. David Roddy, a spectacular third quarter tonight. Just the overall development of their offensive games has to be fun to see.
Yeah, tons of fun, opportunities for these guys. I've talked to D-Rod about just his quick decision-making, his downhill attack. I mean, he's got wide shoulders and a big physical frame, so when he can get a defender on his side, his ability to finish through contact. Been really impressed with his full court attacks, and then just quick decisions. It's not a three; it's just a go and catch opportunity. Santi tonight, downhill attacks, just figuring out the physicality when he's got bigs on him to go finish over them. Then you tack in their ability to shoot the three. That's what you want. You want guys that can play make from inside and out. It's a credit to them because they're putting the work in every single day.
Hey, Coach, you take 20 points from your bench and put them in the starting lineup, and yet your bench still scores 45 points. What's that speak about the mentality of the guys, the next man up?
We always talk about our depth. Nothing changes from our starting unit to our guys coming off the bench. It doesn't change when guys are in and out of the lineup. It's our standard every single day. And, when your stars can go out there and set a tone with how they play, the chemistry, the gelling that these guys are forming early in the season. As I've said, guys are playing different rotations. It seems every few games it changes up, but it's a credit to them that they just have faith in each other. And we keep it really simple. We know what we got to do defensively. We know what we got to do offensively. If you trust in your teammates, trust in the system, you're all going to benefit from it. And it's a credit to them that they're enjoying it.
Along those lines, Taylor, when you win like this without 3 starters, you did it last week against Miami, you did it a bunch last year. What does that almost generate even more momentum when you can do it like this with 3 big time guys sitting on the bench?
It's something that we don't, chalk up, after the game and say, hey, these guys were out. Credit to you guys. It's just business as usual. So obviously that was a great win last week against Miami. Another one with a couple of, starters out. But we just focus on how we're just going to continue to improve and get better. We talk to these guys individually in their own game where they're making impacts, guys that are out of the rotation, guys that are playing with a hustle and taking those valuable opportunities to get better. When their number's called, they know what's expected of them. And I got to give, our guys that have been here for a few years understand how they can lead
for the rest of the year. That'll be the 3rd meeting of the season between the Hawks and the Pistons. The first of 2 between the Hawks and the Grizzlies tonight, decisively in favor of Memphis, who led by as much as 34 in the second half of this game tonight. Just a complete blowout in every aspect of the game. Here are the second half highlights.
I am too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it
Tyus Jones dribbles left side. Now gets the pass over to Jackson. A long three is good. And the Hawks trail by 13 now, 65-52. Tip is controlled by the Grizzlies. Now they go with an alley-oop underneath, and Conchar jams it home. And the Hawks are going to call timeout. 45 to go in the third quarter. It is the Grizzlies 71 and the Hawks 55. And now the floater is good by DeAndre Hunter. And now it's DeAndre Hunter. Straightaway three is good. DeAndre knocks down the three-pointer. That's his second of the night, and the Hawks trail now 80-62. Aldama gets it underneath to Roddy, who jams on the baseline. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. That's Aaron Holiday. Aaron kicks it off to Beat Krejci. Beat fires a two-pointer, and it's good. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. It's the Grizzlies 102 and the Hawks 76. Trent out there behind the pick. Now he goes right side. Throws it up off the glass and good. And the Hawks trail 106-78. So it's going to be Grizzlies ball again. 12 on the 24 now. And they put it in play in the quarter. And Brooks fires and hits a three. And now it's 109-80. Back out to Frank Kaminsky. Now Frank holds it there. Bounces once out to Aaron Holiday. Aaron back out to Frank. He's open again. He shoots another three, and he makes another one. Hawks trail 124-95. Frank on the left side for a three. Well, this one didn't go in. Now the rebound, though, Aaron Holiday. Gets it back to Beat Krejci. Beat. In the middle, he goes Justin Holiday. A three is good. And the Hawks trail 124-98. Now it's down to 1 second, and the horn will sound, and that's it. So your final score here from Memphis, it was the Grizzlies 128 and the Hawks 103.
.26 lead after outscoring the Hawks 40-25 in the third. Some really nice minutes for David Roddy in the second half of this game. 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting. This bucket put the Grizzlies up 118-85.
They're ahead for Roddy for a two-handed jam, and the Grizzlies out there 8 steal, get another fast break bucket, and they lead 118-85.
And it's the kind of night where we had Kenneth Lofton Jr. minutes at the end of the game. Saw him with a lob, saw him with a bucket, saw him with a jam. The junior jam put the Grizzlies up 126-98.
Williams feeds for Lofton on a pick and roll. Lofton to the rim, jams with 2 hands. The big fella rocks the rim. The fans love it. And the Grizzlies up 126-98.
Lofton's in the house.
He is in the house, and you can always hear fans get a little extra excited when he's in there at the end of games these days. Grizzlies win 128-103. Just a really impressive performance for this Grizzlies team. 7 players scoring in double figures tonight, despite them being